He was charming, so intelligent, strikingly handsome. People were drawn to him. He possessed an easy smile, a confident, disarming air. This was the image of Ted Bundy, the man everyone thought they knew. But their understanding was a dangerous illusion. They knew nothing, nothing at all of the abyss within. His life began shrouded in a lie, a deep, unsettling family secret. He was raised believing his mother was his sister. His grandparents, he thought, were his parents. This fundamental deception twisted his formative years. It festered quietly beneath the surface. It undoubtedly shaped his fractured worldview. It warped his perception of trust, of truth itself. Even as a youth, a chilling darkness stirred. Subtle, disturbing signs began to emerge. A morbid fascination with the macabre, a hidden cruelty, carefully concealed from most eyes. He showed an unsettling early interest in knives. A disturbing pattern of voyeurism was noted. These were the faint whispers, the first tremors of the devastating storm to come, small cracks appearing in a carefully constructed veneer. He learned with unnerving skill to wear a mask, a perfect, utterly convincing disguise for the public. He delved into the study of psychology. He believed he understood human nature, or perhaps he understood how to exploit it. He weaponized this knowledge, used it to expertly manipulate, to meticulously hide the monster, the one lurking patiently just beneath his polished skin. He painstakingly built an elaborate facade of normalcy. He dedicated time to working at a suicide hotline. He offered words of comfort to the desperate. Can you truly imagine the dichotomy? He even ambitiously dabbled in local politics. He projected an image of a promising citizen, a man with a bright, respectable future, a seemingly normal, promising young American man. He attended law school. He immersed himself in studying the very system, the intricate legal framework he would later so callously mock. His university peers saw a bright, capable student. His circle of friends saw a loyal, engaging companion. Absolutely no one suspected the horrifying abyss within. His deception was nothing short of an art form, masterfully crafted, utterly bone-chillingly terrifying in its effectiveness. Then the unimaginable terror began its insidious creep. 1974, a dark, foreboding year etched in memory. Young women started inexplicably vanishing. Their disappearances spread across multiple states. Washington, Oregon, Utah, then Colorado. A sinister shadow was moving silently. A calculating predator was actively hunting. Fear, cold and sharp, gripped entire communities. No one felt truly safe anymore. He expertly used his undeniable charm, his conventionally good looks, his feigned appearance of helplessness, a cleverly faked cast on his arm, a desperate, urgent plea for assistance. These were his meticulously chosen tools, his sinister weapons of psychological manipulation. He skillfully lured them into his inescapable trap, trusting, unsuspecting souls, innocent victims, their bright lives brutally cut short, so senselessly, so brutally. Bundy was terrifyingly, chillingly methodical in his approach. He was meticulous, almost ritualistic in his evil. He brazenly returned to his gruesome crime scenes. He appeared to relive his horrific, unspeakable acts. He disturbingly kept trophies, macabre mementos of his victims, dark souvenirs of his perceived power and control. A chilling, undeniable display of his profound depravity. He was bold, incredibly arrogant. He was apprehended by law enforcement. Twice he was in their custody, and twice he managed to escape. He slipped through their desperate fingers like a phantom, a mocking ghost, eluding the grasp of justice. Each daring escape brought with it more death, more unimaginable heartbreak for new families. He killed again after escaping in Colorado, then he fled, a wanted man, to Florida. The nightmare continued, unabated and relentless. He was a ghost in the system. Florida became his final bloody hunting ground, a horrific, tragic stage for his escalating violence. The Chi Omega sorority house at Florida State University, a scene of almost unimaginable, brutal carnage. 4 young women savagely attacked in a single night, 2 of them mercilessly murdered. He didn't stop his spree there, a young girl, Kimberly Leach, his last known innocent victim, so tragically young. Families across several states were utterly shattered. Lives were irrevocably destroyed beyond comprehension. Entire communities lived under a pall of constant fear. The sheer scale of his heinous crimes was staggering. The calculated brutality he inflicted was almost incomprehensible. He left an indelible scar, a deep, profoundly painful wound, on the collective psyche of an entire nation. It was a horrifying reign of terror. His trial in Florida was an unprecedented media circus. A bizarre, disturbing spectacle unlike any other seen before. He audaciously chose to represent himself in court, the former law student, the charming, manipulative killer, callously playing twisted games with the court system, with the shattered lives he had irrevocably ruined. It was a grotesque performance, a deeply disturbing display of his profound narcissism. He clearly reveled in the spotlight. The media and the public struggled intensely. How could this particular man, this so-called all-American boy, this articulate, intelligent, handsome individual, how could he possibly be such a monster? The stark contrast was jarring. It was profoundly, deeply unsettling to everyone. It challenged every prevailing assumption about evil, about the many innocent faces it can wear. He was a living, breathing paradox. Finally, a form of justice was delivered. 1989, the electric chair at Florida State Prison. Before his execution, he began to confess. He admitted to 30 murders, 30 young lives cruelly extinguished. But law enforcement experts and investigators believe there were more. Many, many more victims never found. The true horrifying number remains chillingly unknown, buried forever with him. A chilling, perpetually unanswered question. Ted Bundy's dark legacy is an undeniably terrifying one. It forces us, uncomfortably, to confront a harsh truth. Evil can indeed wear a handsome, smiling face. It can speak with an intelligent, persuasive voice. It can hide, undetected in plain sight for years. Behind the most ordinary, unsuspecting facade imaginable, he chillingly showed us the monster next door, and that is an image we can never, ever unsee.